We have Senator Kennedy, then Chairman Wyden, and then Senator Braun.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Melan, is your expertise in the area, Mr. Bunn made this distinction, is your expertise in the area of tax avoidance or tax evasion or both?
I would say both. I think the lines, there are situations where the lines might get blurry, especially on the corporate side. But in my...
it's both?
It's both. In short, it's both.
Do you believe that there are major American corporations that are cheating on their taxes?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Congress Every Day. In today's video, we're diving into a heated moment from a recent Senate hearing where Senator John Kennedy went head-to-head with tax expert Miss Melan over some serious allegations about tax avoidance by major American corporations. It's a fiery exchange, and I promise you don't want to miss it. But before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of the latest political and financial drama. All right, let's get started. Senator John Kennedy starts off by questioning Miss Melan about her expertise in tax avoidance and tax evasion. Melan admits...
I think, yes, there are cases where the transfer pricing regulations are not being followed, and Mr. Curtis's testimony speaks to that.
Who are they? Who are the five, name the 5 American corporations that are the biggest tax cheats?
Well, this is a question for the IRS. It's their job to enforce the laws. So I wouldn't.
But that's a pretty serious allegation you made there, and I'm just asking you who they are.
There are cases pending against a number of companies until those cases conclude. It's not.
Who do you think they are? You're an expert in this area. I'm just asking you. You talked a lot, and I've read some of your writings about American corporations cheating on their taxes. I'm just asking you who they are.
I wouldn't use the word cheating. I think that they are taking advantage of the gray zone.
Melan admits that her expertise covers both areas, though she notes that the lines can often get blurry, especially when it comes to big corporations. Kennedy doesn't waste any time. He asks Miss Melan if she believes that major American corporations are cheating on their taxes. To her credit, Melan doesn't shy away and acknowledges that yes, there are certainly cases where regulations aren't being followed. But, when Kennedy pushes her further, asking her to name names, she starts to get a little more cautious. This is where things get intense. Kennedy insists that Melan name the top 5 corporations that are the biggest tax cheats. He's not letting up, asking her multiple times to provide specifics.
In your testimony.
I'm sorry?
You used it in your testimony. I'm not trying to trick you. I just want to know you have been very vociferous in saying that American companies are cheating. Okay, that's America, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're an expert, and just tell me who they are.
I stand by that. I think that there is evidence to suggest that some of these companies and the IRS has pursued cases against a number of the companies that Mr. Curtis has analyzed, including Apple and Microsoft and Facebook and Coca-Cola.
Is Apple a tax cheat?
I wouldn't say tax cheat. I think that's putting it too strongly, and I didn't use that word.
Then who are they?
I wouldn't say tax cheats, but I think they are crossing the legal lines that have been set by Congress and by the IRS in the relevant regulations. And because the IRS is outgunned.
However, Melan deflects, saying it's the job of the IRS to enforce tax laws, and that she's not in a position to call out specific companies. At this point, it becomes clear Kennedy is trying to hold Melan accountable for the allegations she's been making while she's reluctant to back them up. Kennedy then challenges Melan on her use of the term cheating, pointing out that she previously used it in her testimony, but now seems to back away from labeling companies as such. She admits that some companies may be crossing the line, but refuses to give concrete examples. Kennedy, now frustrated, presses her even harder, accusing her of making serious allegations.
They're not able to enforce the law against them.
Let me start over. Do you believe that there are major American corporations cheating on their taxes?
I believe they are coming very close to crossing the line, and it's difficult for IRS
they
that is
crossing the line
outgunned to
or
enforce
not?
the line.
Are they crossing the line or not?
Well, it's up to the IRS to enforce the line if they
I'm
don't have
asking
the
you your
resources.
opinion. You're an expert.
I think there's a good case to be made that yes, they are crossing
So
the line.
yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Who are they?
That's up to the courts and the IRS to determine.
You made this allegation, but you don't want to say who they are? How do, I mean, if you know who they are, you just don't want to tell us.
I think that's been explained by Mr. Curtis in
No, I'm
his
asking
analysis.
you to explain. You talk about tax
Allegations
cheat.
without any real evidence. It's clear that he's not satisfied with her vague answers. As the clock ticks down, Kennedy gives Melan one last chance to name names. She mentions some well-known companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Facebook, but still refuses to directly call them tax cheats. Instead, she refers to the IRS investigations and ongoing cases. Kennedy, now visibly skeptical, wraps up by saying, "Talk's cheap," highlighting how Melan's inability to provide specifics undermines her credibility. So, what do you think? Was Senator Kennedy right to press Miss Melan for answers, or was she just being cautious, not wanting to name companies involved in ongoing investigations? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the channel for more breakdowns of the latest political and financial news.